Hey guys, I just want to do a quick video on this new version of Magic. We're going to be incorporating other commands that you can refer to the manual or the command bar, and just to kind of show you that we actually have other broker relationships besides FinFX. Some of them we may have to work with someone outside the U.S. in order to work with them, in order for you to use Magic with them. So, just to realize, this new version of Magic, it actually draws the trend lines for you. And the benefit of that, is, guys, is there's let me just kind of scoop back the chart for you. So there's other opportunities like this. This is just an example of other trend lines that were drawn. So it doesn't repaint, so it'll draw the trend line, and all you have to do really is just put in the command. You could have your stop loss there, and if it's a breakout scenario, you would take the close right there. You can see it come back and retest this engulfing pattern right here, and then it comes down, and then just plenty of time for another trend line that it will actually auto draw for you, and you can actually just go ahead and put in sell close SL or some of the other commands you can refer to depending on how you want to trade it. Or you can move your stop loss to +1 and then maybe benefit from this point to somewhere in this area, 30 pips or 40 pips. Pretty much not doing anything. So again, the great thing about it is it's gonna find these trend lines for you, and you can just adjust the Magic to whatever time frame you want to. And this indicator that I have for you, it scans all the time frames. So you can see that this day chart is an overall downtrend, and you can see right here on the left hand side there was a support, resistance, and acting as resistance here. So I could actually took the trade a little earlier, but I actually took this trend line break. Okay, so it actually auto draws the trend line, and then I just readjusted it the way I wanted to. So it actually configures either based on the wicks, or you can have it be on the bodies. You can color the lines the way you want to, so they're easier to see. I actually just color these lines so they're just easier. They're just standing out. They're the main trend lines I'm actually interested in. So you can say that on the day chart or the 4-hour chart, the overall trend is down. So I'm kind of expecting this 4-hour trend scenario to trade down to back down to support as my target. Okay, and so I took the break. So here broke, came back up, and did a retest. So it was a limit area. Okay, and it's just hanging out, but there's my stop loss, and here's my take profit. So again, the beauty of this version of Magic, it auto draws these trend lines, and all you have to do is just create these different templates to have it be on a different time frame like this. Okay, and then you have multiple charts too. You can actually have like another USD Swiss franc by each other, so you can have all the time frames there. And so you can just switch from time frames, and then just have this indicator. I'll just go ahead and put the Magic indicator in here. It's only on the 1-hour chart right now with my presets, and you can see that it's already drawing these lines for me. So it shows you the immediate ones as well as the longer term ones. So before this price actually happened, it was somewhere around this general facility, and entered the trade right there. Okay, so let's actually look at another chart, the euro dollar here. Again, the beauty of this is, there was other trend lines here, great opportunities, and the break right here, and look how far this thing just dropped. And so now, looking at the scenario, I'm just going to go ahead and put that template up. Okay, and it's actually on the 1-hour chart that's going to work on as far as the Magic, but you can change it. You can change these settings here and change it to whatever time frame you think is best for you, and save the settings presets. So in this case scenario, I saw this trend line on the bottom, and I was expecting a bounce. So there was my entry and my stop loss there. And then I can use this one as my buy close SL command, so I don't have to worry about it anymore. If it continues coming up this line and closes right here, then I'll still end up my profit. But this market may, get back to this resistance area here. Okay, so let's actually go down to the 1-hour chart so you can see. So you can see the day chart gives you the overall trend, and like I said before, there was actually this trend line right here, and you can see that that's why I actually entered the trade. There was a trend line like this that this indicator draws for you, And all I had to type was the buy break command, and then all of a sudden, this market came around and entered the trade right there. Then I already had a stop loss right there. And you can see that I could use these other trend lines if I want to use as my trailing stops. So in all reality, if this thing takes off, then I can actually use this trend line or this trend line right here to make it so this risk level of the stop loss goes to +1. Also, all these other functionalities that you can find in the input section, property section here in the input, you can change and modify the matchstick with hit a percent off the table based on another trend line or whatever trading methodology you may have. I like to keep things simple. I'm just in one position. If it takes off, I just move my stop loss to a +1. If it keeps on going, then I'm looking to secure that profit. That's it. Okay, so let's actually look at one more here. I'm going to go ahead and put the actual indicator on here again. So again, you can adjust it to whatever time frame is necessary for you. So it scans all time frames. You can adjust Matchstick to whatever time frame for that scenario to take that trade. So again, just to give you an example, these are trend lines that are happening now, but there was a trend line like this that this indicator drew for me. Okay, just imagine this kind of climbing up like this. So I could actually enter to buy based on the break of this high here, and then enter the trade and look for trade to cross this line to close it out. Then I can also have a trade to sell this off, and then have my stop loss somewhere in this general area or even up here as my reference point, and look at where it went. It just went back down towards the origination point. Okay, now I can use these trend lines, and or I can adjust them the way I want to, however I feel is necessary in my technical analysis. So just to show you how easy this is, basically, this indicator will draw your lines. You can adjust it the way you want to. Basically, when you just enter the commands, and then once those parameters are met, then Matchstick will perform those commands, whatever you give it. So right here, you can imagine there was a close right there, pretty small stop loss in comparison of take profit, and just fun stuff. So I really hope you enjoy this new version of Matchstick, and yeah, if there's other brokers you're specifically looking for, let us know if we can, develop it in that platform there. But right now, it's specifically for certain brokers that we're have a tight relationship with, and that's the great thing about this tool. So, all right, guys, take care.